tough day defensively. And kind of what are you seeing from the unit? What did you see today? And maybe what are the plans to kind of fix it going forward?
Yeah, I mean, disappointed today. You know, I thought we'd made real progress. We'd gotten better. Had played really good normal down defense, where today it was just the opposite. Where we did some things on third down, but we couldn't get them into enough third down. So we have to play better against the run. That's first and foremost. We got to make people one-dimensional, to find ways to get the back on the ground when we make contact with him. And that, to me, is where it starts. Being able to go stop the run and be able to put us in good situations from a D&D standpoint, which, again, we had done for a couple weeks in a row, and then play the way that we did today. It was frustrating.
Paul?
I know you gotta go back and watch the tape on a lot of things, but like, what changes do you see on defense that need to be made in order to right the ship?
Yeah, we've got to find a way to get our guys to play at a better speed, at a better physicality, at a higher level. We've got to get every single ounce out of them that we possibly can. We have to, and that won't ever change. You know, we need to get a couple of guys back. I think that was evident today, and hopefully we'll have those guys back. But at the end of the day, the guys that we put on the field, we got to do everything we possibly can to make sure that those guys are going out to play free, to play fast, to play incredibly physical, and have the opportunity to go make plays.
I know you have some injuries there on the defensive side of the ball, but what's your thoughts on the job by the defensive staff and their preparation and all that? I mean, what are you seeing there?
Again, the frustrating part today was that we had made such improvement. We had played better and better. We had played some really, really good units and done some things to give us a chance to win games. And then today we took a step back. You know, for me, I think at the end of the day, continuing to get the most out of whoever it is that's on the field. Banged up, yes. Missing some guys, need some guys back, yes. But the guys that we put out there, we've got to find a way to get the absolute most out of them every single snap.
Steve?
Especially in the first half, red zone offense seemed to be a real challenge. I know it's got to be especially frustrating for you as a play caller there, but what did you see, I mean, maybe decision-wise or execution-wise, that kind of prevented those drives turning into touchdowns?
Yeah, I think it was the last 4 drives of the first half. Maybe we're down inside the red zone, we get 3 points, and you got no chance to beat a good football team if you're doing that offensively. To me, offensively, we had the ability to keep us in the game, make a couple of those plays as we're down there to be able to go score. We've got to be able to punch it in when we're 2nd and 1 at the 1. You know, I felt good about running the football. Looking back in the moment, had the ability maybe to throw it a couple of times and create some isolation. So I'll go back and forth with myself on that. But as we look at it, the turnovers piece of it as we started the game, the turnover coming out for the first drive of the second half, and then not being able to get touchdowns, you know, we have the ability offensively to make this a game to where it's respectable and not ending up the way it did, and give some energy and some hope to our defense too. And so that's my stress for the offensive guys. Make everybody around you better. That's the entire football team. You got a chance to score, you got to score. You got to take care of the football. You got to get touchdowns in the red zone, and then you have a chance to build on that and make it a game.
You mentioned the turnovers. They hadn't been a huge issue for most of the season, but they were today. What needs to change and what can change, and from a ball security standpoint, just to make sure those don't become a recurring issue?
Yeah, a couple of them obviously is we're in the pocket. You know, Mike's got to continue to do a really good job of understanding every situation, and the big people that are around him every snap have the ability to get to him and get the ball out. So playing with 2 hands on the ball, I thought one of them was bang bang. I thought another one he had a real chance to hang on to and have 2 hands on it and be able to go squeeze it up. And then we got to catch the football there. You know, there in the 4th quarter where it's tipped in the air, and then we can't reach the ball as we're getting down there close to the 1-inch line right there. So there's a lot of different things that went on inside the game from a ball security standpoint. Ultimately, we've got to get back to taking care of the football in a great way, or we'll have no chance to get done what we want to get done.
Sam?
Back with the defense, just what is your confidence level at right now that some of these issues you're seeing can be fixed in this season right now?
Yeah, again, like the confidence level for me is, it's not just the defense, it's the fact that, again, we have the ability offensively to make some plays to where you create some momentum and some energy for the other side of the ball. It is team all the way around. There's frustration in how we played today defensively. There's great disappointment in how we played today. But I'm not gonna go look at it and just inside these 4 quarters. Again, we had made great improvement. We had played better and better. Today we didn't. And we'll go back, we'll look at it, and we're gonna fight our butts off to fix it.
Steve?
Couple of undisciplined penalties today too. That really hadn't been a tenet of your team so far. I mean, how do you kind of address that with those guys? I know frustration's a part of it, but how do you handle that as their coach?
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredibly disappointing. For that to happen in the moment should not ever happen. Incredibly out of character for Seydu inside that moment. And you address it immediately, you get him off the field, you don't give him a chance to go back in the game for a little bit, and he has to understand the importance of what just happened. And so that was frustrating because that hadn't been us. That's not gonna be us. And that hasn't been Seydu. And so for him to do that in that moment, it was disappointing, it was frustrating.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.